Hello, thank you for joining me today. If you're watching this video, chances are you're a savvy real estate agent who doesn't like leaving any commission behind on the table. Today, we're going to go through how to fill out the dreaded, complicated referral agreement. Now, a referral agreement is used when an agent has a client that they would like to refer to another agent in exchange for a fee. This usually happens when the client requests services outside of their original agent's jurisdiction or trading area. So let's go ahead and pull up the referral form. Okay, this is a sample. Yours may look different depending on which board you are a part of. If you're a Toronto real estate agent, this will look pretty familiar to you. So the way we're going to go through this today is I'm going to give you an actual scenario, and then we're going to fill out the form together. So we've got agent number one. Okay, agent number one is a Sutton Group agent. Let's call her Sarah. She lives in Toronto and has a client. Let's call him Bob, and he's looking to buy in Edmonton. Now we have John Taylor of ABC Realty in Edmonton, okay? And he agrees to help Sarah's client Bob find a new home. Simple enough so far. So the agents come to an agreement that John Taylor of ABC Realty in Edmonton will receive 75% of the commission, and Sarah Smith, back home in Toronto with Sutton Group Realty, will receive a 25% referral fee of this commission. Okay. So when we go to fill out the form, we are going to remember that John Taylor of ABC Realty is the receiving brokerage. Okay. Sarah Smith of Sutton Group Realty is the referring brokerage, and Bob is the referral party. Okay. When you are filling out this form, it is a little bit handy to make this chart, make this note. Who is the receiving brokerage, who is the referring brokerage, and who is the referral party? And you'll see why. Okay, so here is my pre-done referral agreement. I'm really going to zoom in here. Okay, so we have between blank referring brokerage and blank receiving brokerage. Okay. The referring brokerage, when we're talking about referring and receiving, we're talking about the client. Okay. So that's an easy tip to remember who's referring, who's receiving. Okay. So the first section here, line 1, is agent number 1, the original brokerage who has the client. Okay, they are the referring brokerage. Number 2, agent 2 is the brokerage who will be providing a service to the client. Okay, that is the receiving brokerage. They're receiving the client. Okay, in the next section here, we would like to include as much information as possible to enable the receiving brokerage to provide the best possible service. Now, we're assuming you've already talked to that other agent and had the discussion about your client's wants and needs and what it is that they are looking for. So we're just going to summarize that in this section. Okay, so referral party name. This is the client's information. So the client's name and contact info, their phone number, email address, and their home address. Okay. Now, if the client is a seller, really easy. We're just going to provide the client's address of the property. Okay. If the client is a buyer over here on the right-hand side of the table, okay, we need to put as much information as we can on what they're looking for. Okay, so price range, location, how many bedrooms, maybe a pool is super important, things like that, we're going to put in this box here on the right. Okay, any additional comments? We have this nice line here that we can add a little bit more. Okay, and the next line, it says, I'm going to read this out because it's a little bit of small font here. The seller or buyer hereby acknowledges and consents to this referral and acknowledges the referring brokerage may, as a result of this referral, be paid by the receiving brokerage a fee of. Okay, and then there's a signature spot. So the client actually has to sign here and date that they are giving consent, knowing that there will be a fee. Okay, that the referring brokerage will be receiving a portion of the commission. And again, the referring brokerage, let's go up to the top, is the original agent, the original brokerage who had the client. Okay. The next portion is for the receiving brokerage. The receiving brokerage acknowledges receipt of this referral information and agrees to offer service to the above mentioned seller or buyer and to provide service as mutually agreed to between the receiving brokerage and the seller buyer. The receiving brokerage further agrees to inform the referring brokerage of the results of the referral and to provide the documentation of the results, including the listing agreement, agreement of purchase and sale, et cetera, whatever is needed. Okay. And again, the referring brokerage agrees to pay the referring brokerage. Sorry, the receiving brokerage agrees to, do you see how tongue twisty this can get? So receiving brokerage agrees to pay the referring brokerage upon receipt of commission resulting from this referral, a referral fee of blank. Okay, so that's where we would outline the amount there. And then we have another signature spot for the receiving brokerage. Okay, and then at the end, the very bottom portion, we have the results of the referral. So that won't be filled out obviously until the end. The address of the property that was sold, the sale price, and the referral fee. Okay, and we need to be specific on this referral fee. Okay, so we don't just want 25%. We need to know 25% of what? Is it 25% of 1% commission, of 2% commission, of 5% commission? Holy payday. Whatever that fee is, we need to put in the bottom here. Okay, and again, another signature spot. So let's see what that actually looks like with our example. Okay, and let me zoom in again. So let's get a quick reminder of what we have here. Okay, so we have John Taylor of ABC Realty is receiving. He is receiving the client. Sarah Smith of Sutton Group Realty is referring, okay, referring the client out to John Taylor. And Bob is our lucky client who's searching for a home in Edmonton, otherwise known as the referral party. So the first line I'm going to put in, there's my hint, referring brokerage, Sutton Group Realty Systems in Toronto. Okay, referring agent, Sarah Smith. Next line, receiving brokerage, ABC Realty, Edmonton, Alberta, phone number and fax number, and the name of the agent, John Taylor. In the middle section here, we have the client information. Okay, name, phone number, and email, and some details of what they're looking for. Okay, I have no additional comments at the bottom. The seller agrees to, the seller buyer hereby acknowledges and consents to the referral. Okay, there's the 25%. Here is the signature line. Again, that the buyer, that Bob, would sign here, and date. Here is the name and signature that would be of the referring brokerage. So Sarah, okay, agreeing to that 25% from Toronto. Receiving brokerage again, acknowledging receipt of the referral. Okay. And we have the agent's name at the bottom, John Taylor. That's where he would be signing, and date. And finally, results of the referral. So let's say that a property was purchased. The total buyer commission is 2.5%. The details have been filled in here. We've got 618 River Crescent in Edmonton. We have a sale price of $975. We have a closing date of July 30th. And then we have the referral fee payable nice and detailed for us. So $975 is the total. 2.5% gives us $24,375. 75% of that goes to John Taylor for doing the work in Edmonton, and 25% comes back to Sarah Smith in Toronto for referring that client to John Taylor and giving him that opportunity. Now that your form is all filled out, make sure to submit it to your brokerage before the closing date so that all your paperwork can be handed in on time with your trade record sheet and invoiced accordingly. Good luck with all your future referrals. Say that 3 times fast. And remember never to leave money behind on the table.